Hey there, and welcome back to Crystal Talks. It is Katie and Cynthia here today with a fun episode of Crystal Talks. We're going to get a little spooky and scary and kind of embrace the energy of this time of year as we welcome Halloween season. We are going to talk monstrous and witchy crystals. We're going to kind of bring up those, fun monsters and witchy things, scary things perhaps about this time of year, and pair some crystals and essential oils with it. So if you want to play around with this kind of spooky season fun, even bring the kids into it too, kids, grandkids, let them play around with this fun kind of way to use crystals and essential oils. So I'm going to let Cynthia start with a few of these monster witchiest energies that we're going to talk about, and then I'll share some and we'll kind of give you an essential oil blend at the end as well. So Cynthia, go ahead and get started.
Katie, that's a marvelous idea. Get the kids involved. You can teach them. You'll see why I say this when we start giving some of the information that we've got, but you could start teaching them about the crystals, and what more fun way to get it through to them than by relating it to monsters and witchy things. The first one that if you happen to run into a werewolf, is what crystal would you use? What crystal would you suggest to help that poor hapless werewolf? How about malachite, the stone of transformation? And I also think that werewolf might use just a dab or two of, what do you think? Maybe some frankincense to help it transform back to the way it wants to be, hopefully. Or how about a Frankenstein's monster? That one might need some golden healer, which is the master healer. Yeah, put that bad boy all back together and maybe get some of those scars gone. Frankincense would be another good one for that, but he's probably in some pain, so let's give him some lemongrass. What do you think, Katie? Yeah?
Like it, yeah.
And then zombies, those ever-present zombies, let's give them some Rhodonite, the stone of self-love and reducing anxiety. I think that could really help them. And to further chill things out, let's give them some lavender.
Love it. That would be perfect for zombies for sure. Such a fun way to pair up this time of year with crystals and essential oils. I love this. Okay, so what about vampires? Ooh, this is one that I feel like, there's so much vampire stories and so much energy of the vampires out there. This is a fun one to kind of bring into this spooky time of year. So vampires, what stone might go well with vampires? Bloodstone. Name says it all, right? It gives them that blood. You get to embrace that energy. And I think some rosemary would go a long way. Rosemary essential oil would go a long way for those vampires as well. And then we've got banshees, right? What do banshees need? I think that banshees need some confidence boost and a little bit of calming energy, right? So Sodalite, so great for that throat chakra with those banshees as they sing and screech and are so loud, creating emotional balance, calming panic attacks, really reducing that stress. And some bergamot for those banshees, kind of bring up that confidence and pair it with the sodalite, really work with that throat chakra. Great for the banshees. And then you got skeletons, which I don't know if skeletons are spooky. I guess they can be spooky, right? But I always feel like I see a dancing skeleton, like a fun skeleton. It makes me think of the Monster Mash song. I don't know why. The skeleton dancing skeleton to Monster Mash. Anyway, selenite, helpful for bones and bringing peace, perfect for the skeletons, and some ginger as well. Ginger essential oil, just working with that energy. Really great for the skeleton theme and energy. Then we've got mummies. Mummies are another one that I think they have some really good stories behind. Super 7, is soothing. It gives a sense of purpose and past life connection, which would be essential for that mummy energy. And sandalwood essential oil, very grounding, very soothing. One of my favorite oils of all time, actually. Great for the mummies to kind of let go of that past life, you know, upset or any negative energy they've got going on. And that's why they're kind of haunting us, right? So, really great for the mummies. Cynthia, I know we've got some more. Can you share with us?
Witches. Oh, it wouldn't be Halloween without witches. I'm telling you. But those witches, I think the best stone for them really would be Labradorite, the stone of mysticism and transformation, because they're working on those things. And when you're working with transformation and mysticism, Clary sage is absolutely an amazing oil to work together with that Labradorite. What about the Headless Horseman? We can't forget that poor Headless Horseman. He's maybe not as ever present as the witches, but spooky nonetheless. And
Sure.
I think the Headless Horseman could use some Mookaite. Mookaite Jasper and bring him some peace and a sense of wholeness. And along with that, we could use some helichrysum, which is, again, a very peaceful essential oil. Last, but certainly not least on our list is scary clowns. Scary clowns. Some people are absolutely petrified of clowns. So we think those clowns could maybe benefit from some rainbow fluorite to bring them some joy and neutralize that negativity and stress. And let's add some wild orange is a good one for joy and happiness. Along with that for those scary clowns.
I love it.
If you want a little blend, we'll call this the happy scary monster blend. You could put together in a 10 ml bottle 6 drops of frankincense, 6 drops of lavender, 4 drops of sandalwood, 2 drops of rosemary, and 2 drops of copaiba. And fill it the rest of the way up with your carrier oil of choice. We've said it before, I'll say it again. Jojoba is a great one for your skin, but if you want one that's going to last a little bit longer, then look into coconut oil. It's got a longer shelf life. And there you have it.
I love it. This is such a fun time of year to get into that spooky energy and explore a little bit. And again, get the kids, the grandkids involved and really bring those crystals in, essential oils, and play around with this spooky energy. It can be so, so fun, and even if you want to go beyond the spooky energy, like if we talk about, something, if one of the things we talked about today and it kind of aligns with what you're going through, like transformation, or we talked about the Headless Horseman, and we talked about, of course, the Headless Horseman doesn't feel whole. Are you like going through something where you just don't feel whole right now? Harness that Headless Horseman energy and that crystal and that essential oil to kind of pull those things together and really like bring that energy into your world. Anyway, have fun with it. Get a little spooky and explore. We'll be back next week with another amazing Crystal Talk episode. See you then.